What's up guys, I'm Dakota Freeman and welcome to my channel. Today, we're gonna be watching a wildfire from my backyard. Here goes the big airplane, wish them luck. So with all this wind going on, we're having a little bit of spread on the fire right now. It's getting really crazy out here. So this is gonna be an interruption from our normal programming. I wanted to bring you live to the wildfire that's in my backyard. Make sure you drop some comments down below, as this is a huge tragedy that's going on here in Colorado. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. So today I'm bringing you live to my backyard where there is a huge wildfire that is burning just on the other side of that mountain. As you can see the huge plume of smoke that's coming up, I felt this was a great time to tell you how to prevent wildfires. So whenever you're traveling in Colorado, just make sure you never throw anything that is on fire out of your car. Right now, that is exactly what caused this fire. It's so crazy to think that something so small could turn into something so big up on these dry mountains. At the end of our summertime here, we haven't got much moisture in a long time. So all of this is gonna be super arid and super dry and just waiting for anything that could cause a fire. So please, when you're traveling through these parts, do not throw anything out of your car that is on fire. Just remember that you are the only person that can stop a wildfire. And when I say that, I mean by preventing a wildfire is super important here in Colorado. For months now, all of our campsites have actually had stage 1 fire restrictions, and unless you were in a designated camp area with a designated fire ring, you couldn't even have a fire. So this just shows you how important it is and all the steps and precautions that we take to prevent wildfires. All campgrounds will also have drowned your campfire. So this means that when you leave your campfire behind, you will drown it in water. Not just put it out, move the coals, and leave, because the wind can pick those coals up and actually toss them into the air. This is all it's gonna take to start something that gets very out of control. So when it says to drown your fires, make sure you use a river source nearby or a ton of water to pick up and put on that fire. This is a huge thing when you're camping in Colorado. So as you can tell, this wildfire that's going behind me is going to be a massive project to actually contain. It really is unbelievable to see how much goes into controlling a fire of this magnitude. I just want to take a moment to thank all the firefighters that are involved in this fire and all the fires across the nation right now. Wildfires are something that I feel has gotten worse and worse over time. But now that we have such great firefighter crews that can work on these projects, it is truly unbelievable what these guys go through day to day. This is just one day that I'm living kind of in a wildfire here, and it's truly like living in a war zone. I have planes flying over, I've got helicopters moving on the hill here, and I've got a wildfire that as soon as this W, I can't say the name, gets moving, this thing just gets active and blows up just like a volcano. So it's truly up to these firefighters to be able to protect all these homes. So this hill that is right behind me here on this south-facing side is actually going to be filled with homes. So the fire is on the opposite side of that, burning up the hill currently. As you can see, these gusts are going to be able to get that fire moving at a more rapid pace, and it's really up to these firefighters to keep it pushed back and retain it on that north-facing side. Truly amazing what all these firefighters can do to put out these fires. There's 5 different groups working all around this fire, and as it spreads in different directions, there's different teams that know that area to work specifically for that. I just want to thank all these firefighters that work in these collective projects, because we have fires that go all across our nation right now. So different teams are moving from different areas constantly whenever there's wildfires going on like this. Please just make sure whenever you are in Colorado or anywhere else that is super dry in the summertime, take in every precaution that you can to prevent a wildfire. It is so easy to prevent something like this that could be so destructive. And right now you can go ahead and see the firefighters flying over. This huge plane is bringing us fire suppressant to help us get this fire under control. So right now you can see multiple planes flying over and helicopter crews repeatedly dropping water up on the fire. They do this to make sure they can push the fire back and away and slow it down to where firefighters can get in and build brake lines. Brake lines are going to be huge areas that they clear, depending on if they clear these trails with chainsaws or huge bulldozers that come in and take down anything in its path. They will make sure that there is a fire break in the way to keep all of this valley safe. There's no way to predict and understand exactly what these fires are going to do because they are huge and anything can happen. But these firefighters are here to put up precautionary lines. They're doing everything in their power to keep this valley safe. So we're going to check back here in a little bit and see what's going on. For now, the W is pretty active here in the middle of the day and it's very hot and dry. So we're praying for rain and praying for these firefighters. So as you can see behind me here, this is the fire that actually happened back in 2018. We've already lived through a wildfire like this once, and it's truly unbelievable that here we are doing it again. If you've ever been through a wildfire like this, it is something that is okay to only experience once in your life. This was one of the scariest moments that I've ever gone through, watching this fire burn towards us. It started during the day of July 3rd and burned all the way until it snowed in October. Seeing the green on the bottom of this hill still flourishing while the top of the mountain got burned and scorched. And actually in my past videos you can go watch where I went dirt biking up in those trails. And here we are living it again with another wildfire going on the other side. So now we're looking back to the north and we can see the wildfire's huge plume of smoke that is actually going on right now. Two different fires are actually what we're seeing. The huge plume is actually another fire on the other side of the river running northeast. The fire that's on our side of the Colorado River is actually this much smaller plume over here to the left. There's a big plume to our right and the one to the left is the smaller fire that's coming more towards our way. We have not been given a pre-evacuation notice yet, but the hillside here where all these houses are have gone under pre-evacuation. They're gonna go ahead and get firefighters up on top of that mountain and get ready to stop this fire as it's coming towards us. Today it's had a couple different sparks where we've seen big plumes kick up and then they're able to get in there and suppress it, or the fire calms back down. Whatever they're doing though, I just truly want them to know that we are here giving them a huge blessing. Pray for rain and pray for these amazing firefighters that are risking their lives out here. They have helicopter crews going, they have huge planes that are flying into these mountains and doing some amazing things. It's unbelievable to see how they're able to combat these fires with airplanes. So right now you can see a plane coming up overhead. There's another big plane that's going into the fire, about to slurry everything. And we have the helicopters which are constantly lapping. It is amazing that these firefighters are all here helping us. I really just pray for all these firefighters and that everyone can stay safe while fighting this fire. Well, now you look at that. On top of everything else. The most dangerous part about wildfires out here in Colorado is the wind. The wind is actually what drives these fires and pushes them through the mountains. Fires can split and do all kinds of crazy things. Even when ash is going up from the fire, it can land somewhere else on the mountain and create a whole new fire from that ash. So as you see, the wind is actually the worst part of what drives these wildfires. And the more and more wind we get, you know it's just driving that fire. Go get them, boys. We got a big plane going in and getting ready to drop some slurry on this fire. Here in the middle of the day is when everything is going to be the most active on these fires. And as you can see, they're really bringing out the heavy artillery to suppress this fire. Alrighty guys, if you are ever in a wildfire situation like this, make sure you do not hesitate. As soon as you know about something like this going on in your area, go ahead and get your go bag ready to go. Get your bag that has valuable belongings that you need. Maybe a couple changes of clothes, because if you do get evacuated, you don't know exactly when you're getting back into your house. So having this ready to go is going to actually help you. So if the firefighters pull in and say, get out of here, you're ready to roll out in that instant. That is not the time to sit back and say, well, do I need this? Do I want that photo? Let it go and get out of your house and let the firefighters save it for you. So make sure you drop some comments down below and feel free to ask me anything that you want to know about wildfires or this experience that I'm going through. So make sure you click on that subscribe button and like this video. I'm Dakota Freeman, and I will see you next time. Make sure you click on the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Go ahead and click on it. I'll see you guys over there.